Hello students! My name is Debbie and Makeup School is in session. Today we are going to be learning all about how to do a cut crease. Students, please take your seats. First things first, students, you always must remember to prime those eyelids. Now, there are different things that you can use to do this. You can use an eyeshadow primer, like this one by e.l.f. You can use a concealer. This one is the Hydrating Camo Concealer by e.l.f. There is also this option by LA Girl, and this is a nice white one for making those colors pop. And if you are absolutely desperate for something to cover those eyelids, you can actually use your foundation in a pinch. So let's prime our lids together, shall we, students? Put a little bit of the white on. This is really super thick. This LA Girl white concealer, really thick. Now we are going to go in with a teeny tiny beauty blender and just start pressing that into the skin. This is called blending. Now grab your blending brush because it's time for powder. I'm just going to use I had to see which way to hold this up, the e.l.f. loose powder. Make sure it's a loose powder, guys. Tap off the excess and go in and lay a thin layer of this just to set everything in place so that now our lids are ready for the eyeshadow. For today's makeup look, we are going to be using the Color Studio palette by Beauty Glazed. This is an Amazon find. Let me show you these colors. Aren't they stunning? So like I said, students, today you're going to learn a cut crease, but because it's Valentine's Day, let's make this fun. Let's do it red and pink. I'm going to take my favorite round, dense brush. Remember, dense means that the bristles are tightly packed. And I'm going to go in with this red shade right in the middle. Just load that up on the tip of the brush, just the tip. Tap off that excess. And I'm going to start laying it down above my crease on what's called your brow bone. This bone right here. If you feel it, that's called your brow bone. And I'm going to do it in the shape of a C. I'm going to bring it onto the lid in the outer corner as well. We're going to do kind of like an ombre effect. So just like that, a C. Now I'm going to grab a piece of paper towel. You can grab whatever you'd like. And I'm going to start just removing as much of that eyeshadow from the same brush that I just used. Just try to get as much of it off. Now with that same brush, we're just going to go over the edges of that red that we laid down, just to get rid of any harsh lines. What do I always say, students? Harsh lines are not pretty. Hold your brush at the end for light pressure and just go, you can go in little circles or windshield wiper motions to soften. Look at the difference. Soft, ugly, standing out, very prominent line. Now, another way that you can blend this out, if you're finding that your color is giving you any difficulty whatsoever, and you don't need to be doing red, you can be doing brown, blue, purple, orange, yellow, whatever you want. You can grab yourself a blending brush with a little bit of powder on it. Again, hold it towards the end. You can do circles, or you can do your windshield wiper motions to get that edge nice and blurred and soft. Now for the fun part, students, cutting that crease. And I'm going to go back in. Let's hold that the right way, shall we? This is, again, the Pro Concealer in White by LA Girl. Don't know if you can read that. And what we're going to do, this one has a nice flat tip applicator, which makes it great to use for a cut crease. We are going to put a line of this along the bottom lash line and look up and all around. And you're going to see a little bit of transfer up onto the top. You see that? That's what we want. Now, if you've got hooded or partially hooded eyes like I do, we do want to bring that not only in the crease, we want to bring it over the crease. So let's start mapping out very slowly where we want our new crease to be. This is going to make our lids look like they have so much more space. Now you can use a clean finger or you can use a flat fluffy brush, and we are going to start blending this in and making sure that our lid now looks all white. And at the end here, you can just tap it in with your finger to blur it into the edges. And if you want to further blend it with your finger, that's okay too. Just make sure your finger is clean. Now students, I am going to dip into my Veroni Pressed Glitter Palette. And I am going to pick up this really nice pink shade here at the end for a little bit of glitter. Putting your finger in the pan warms it up. If you're using a brush, spray it down with some setting spray, or setting mist, I should say. And now we just start tapping that onto the lid. Remember to tap that glitter also into the purple, just so that you have a nice blend. Again, we don't want harsh lines. Also remember to bring that glitter above your crease so that it can be seen when your eye is open. Now take your favorite eyeliner, it might be a pencil, it might be a liquid, and line the top of your lid. If you have a hooded or slightly hooded eye like I do, make that line thin. Now students, don't forget to tight line. Very important. Now you can grab some Q-tips with micellar water, and just make it nice and sharp. Just like that. Now students, grab your curlers and your favorite mascara, and let's curl and add mascara to those lashes. Now students, because I'm so extra, I decided to put some gems above my crease, and I did so using my Crystal Katana. If you want to go ahead and add a lash, go ahead. I just felt that for me, the look was just perfect with mascara. If you have any other questions for me, like for example, how I did this crystal eye look, put it in the comments. But until then, class dismissed.